Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to do a tag. I absolutely love tags. I love tags. I think it allows you to get to know me better by my answers. I like hearing what other people's answers are to this. I was tagged by Kailee Wesley to do this tag, and so I am going to continue it on. And at the bottom of this, the last question is tag 2 people. I'm going to tag more than that. I'm a big firm believer that you have to tag people in these things, because whoever made this, and I'm going to look into that and I'll put it in the description box below, who actually started the tag, who made this tag. If you don't tag people, then it doesn't keep going, and they're really wanting their tag to get out there. So a lot of times I'll tag like 4 or 5 people. The reason why I do that is because maybe a few of them can't do it, and that way it doesn't stop. Because if you don't tag people, a lot of times the tag just stops. It doesn't continue on. So I am going to tag several people at the end of this to do this tag also. So, all right. This is the newbie tag. So what kind of advice would you give somebody just starting out with makeup? What kind of advice would you give that person? And so the newbie makeup tag, okay? Okay, first question. And it was a while ago when I got tagged, and I haven't seen the video in a long time, so I don't even remember any of the answers that anybody gave. And on top of that, I don't even remember what the questions were. So I'm going to really have to pull this right, out of this sharp brain that you guys know. I have a very sharp brain. If you guys have been here for any length of time, you guys know just how sharp this brain really is. Just kidding. Okay, so what do you suggest a new makeup wearer buy first? I would say mascara, because I think that even more than foundation, more than eyeshadow, lipstick, anything, I think if you have your eyelashes done with some mascara, I would say for me personally, it would be an eyelash curler and mascara, because I have to have both. They come as a set in my world. But yeah, it makes a world of a difference to have your eyelashes done. And yeah, that would be definitely what I would suggest for a first purchase. What is your favorite way to find deals on makeup? My favorite way is to watch people that I know talk about deals on my YouTube channels that I watch. I like to do it that way because I like to hear what they're thinking, what's good, what have they tried, what are they going to be buying, that kind of thing. So I kind of enjoy that. I also have the apps on my phone. So I'm watching. Watching and waiting. Instagram is a good way too for indie brands. Because indie brands are always going to post whenever they're doing a special deal, most of the time on their Instagram. So that's a good way also. What is your favorite makeup to collect? Definitely eyeshadow palettes. Yep, it is eyeshadow palettes. I mean, I love to collect it all. Let's just be honest. I like to collect it all. But if I had to only get to collect one thing, and if I had to have just limited on everything else and had just to be able to collect one thing, it would be eyeshadow palettes. I'm making up my own questions. No, just kidding. Okay, so lost my place. What is your favorite top advice for building a makeup collection? favorite top advice for building a makeup collection? And I would say, really tell you the truth, if you don't know what kind of brand that you like, or like if you're, let's say eyeshadow palettes, let's just narrow it down. You're looking at eyeshadow palettes. You don't know if you like Too Faced. You don't know what brand you like. You're brand new to all of this. You're like, what am I going to like? My suggestion is going to be different probably from everybody else's suggestions. But my suggestion is get on Poshmark. Start looking up those brands that you're interested in. Get you a palette that looks very not used, but somebody just wants to make 20 bucks off of it. It's a $50 palette or a $60 palette, and they just want to make, they've swatched it. That's all they've done to it. Purchase that puppy for $20. Get it home. Take the top layer of the shadows off like I do, and try that brand out. That's how I would suggest to start your collection. Then when you find what it is that you really enjoy, the type of eyeshadows that, or whatever type of makeup. I wouldn't do that with lipstick. I don't do that with lipstick, and I don't do that with mascara. I do it with eyeliners because you can sharpen the eyeliner right off. Anything that I can sanitize in a way of removing it. I don't like cleaning eyeshadow palettes with alcohol or disinfectant. I do not like that. I think it compromises the eyeshadow. I've tried it. I don't like it. That's just me personally. But if I can scrape away that stuff, then I'm going to do it. But I wouldn't do that with lipsticks or mascara or anything like that. So anyways, or anything like, foundation if it has a pump, but not like concealer that, you take the wand and you wand it on your face. I won't do that either. So I would say if it's eyeshadow palettes or something like that, I would do that. I would, find, for instead of spending $60, on a palette, then you could buy 2 or 3 palettes of different brands and find out what kind of brand that you like to start collecting. What is your number 1 recommended easy eyeshadow palette for a newbie that they should buy? An easy one. And this is hard because most of the time I like eyeshadow palettes because they're pigmented. And sometimes those high pigmented palettes are not great for newbies. And so that's why I'm having such a hard time thinking, because high pigmented palettes that I have in my collection, Juvia's Place, Alien Cosmetics, Peachy Queen, Jeffree Star, very, very high pigmented palettes, but can be harder to work with and harder to blend if you're wanting a blended look. So with all that being said, I would probably recommend, goodness gracious, ColourPop. I would suggest ColourPop for sure. That would be it. Sorry, it takes me a minute. But yeah, ColourPop. Go with that eyeshadow palette for a newbie. What is your absolute necessity item or an item you would never not use in a look? Product recommendation. Hands down, it doesn't matter if I'm just going to go barefaced somewhere or if I'm doing a look like this. I have to have mascara. That is the one thing I can do without. I mean, I don't want to do without these things, but I can do without eyeshadow, eyeliner, blush, foundation, concealer. I don't use powder, lip products, all of that. I could do. I don't even have to do my brows. But the one thing I have to do is this eyelash curler every single time and mascara. My recommendation would be this because it is drugstore. It's L'Oreal Paris Unlimited Mascara, but I have a problem with suggesting certain items. I have a problem suggesting mascara because that is so personal. Every mascara does not work the same for every style or type of eyelash. And so I have a very different eyelash than most people do because mine actually point downward. And so I have to curl mine in. I have to use one that won't weigh them back down. And so, but some people, their eyelashes curl up and they can use that and make it longer. And so it is so personal. Same thing with foundation, or if you use powder or don't use powder, and dewy or whatever, your skin type will take totally different things. Concealers can just make me look old, old, old. So I don't use concealer. I don't use powder because it makes me look old, old, old. So that's kind of stuff is personal. But this here, I mean, you have to find one that works best for you as far as the mascara goes. But this would definitely be it. Let's see, y'all. Lipstick or lip gloss product recommendation. And I guess that's saying, what would you suggest for a newbie to wear? I would say if you want something easy, go with lip gloss. I would say go with lip gloss. I would say, oh my goodness, I love this lip gloss. This floss lip gloss, I love this. This stuff is really good. I got that in a lure box, I believe. But I really like this. This is good stuff. Yeah, just a good lip gloss or tinted, like a little bit of a tinted one or something like that. That's what I would suggest. But, you know, liquid lipstick is my jam. So I don't know. If you want a good liquid lipstick, just go with one that applies well and stays well. And my two recommendations for liquid lipsticks is NARS and Fenty Beauty. Hands down, the best liquid lipstick formula. I have Fenty on right now. So that's my recommendations. Brushes, sponges, what brand? Miss A, $1.55 sponges. Yes, ma'am. Awesome sponges. Totally recommend. Brushes, Amazon. It's your best friend. $12 gets you every eye brush you need in a set. And they're great. I love Amazon brushes. I'm telling you. And I can tell you I have Morphe. I have AOA. I have Sigma, nice, expensive Sigmas I just bought. I have Alien Cosmetics. I have, multiple brands of different types and levels of expense. And by far, I have BH Cosmetics, but my Amazon ones are usually the ones I go towards every single time. Now, that's all being said. Let me roll back what I just said, because there is one brand now that I'm thinking about it, and I'll pull it out so you guys can see. There is one brand that I highly recommend because their brushes are my jam, and I just totally forgot. I don't know why, because I use them all the time. Oh, Urban Decay. You can get these on Hot Look, and Nordstrom Rack. You can get them for like $11. Yep, these are my favorite brushes. But see, that's another thing that's really personal, because like there's people that use these kind of brushes for blending and all that stuff like that. Like takes up my entire eyeball. Look how big that is. Like, I'm not going to use this unless I'm going to wash color, because I have small eye area. Like, I don't have a big lid space. Look how big that is. Like, that covers my whole eye. So I need something tiny so I can get into my tiny little eyes. Sorry. If you're new here, welcome to my delirious world. Anyways, okay, sorry. It is 3:42 in the morning. Because we are in insomniac land in this household for me. Yes. Okay. So let's see here. That was about the brushes and sponges. What is your favorite high-end item they should splurge on? The high-end item that they should splurge on would be high-end. I mean, how high-end are we talking? That they should splurge on. If I would just say in general, a high-end thing that you should splurge on would be a palette. Because you can use cheap brushes, cheap lips, lip gloss can go for days, eyeliner, lip liner, whatever you want to use, you can use cheap. But a nice eyeshadow palette, that's where you want to spend your money. That's where you want to splurge. And then if you want one specifically, like I said, but something that will blend easily, that doesn't have a lot of highly pigmented, I would say go ahead and go with an Alien Cosmetics. They blend really well. Even though they're highly pigmented, they blend very well. I do like the Jawbreaker. I think that they have some highly pigmented, but it also does blend very well. ABH, I just can't narrow it down. What is your favorite drugstore item they won't regret buying? Okay, I would say this, but like I said, that's too personable to each person. But I would say, I'm going to show a couple of items. Okay. This Milani eyeshadow palette is drugstore, and it is amazing. I really like this palette. Really like it. Butter bronzer, you won't regret it. Just, even if you don't want to use it and just smell it, you won't regret it. And then this Milani blush, you won't regret it. It's beautiful. It's in Luminoso. Clara Barrera gave me this. So, that is what I suggest. And then, let's see here. What is your favorite brand to recommend to newbies? My favorite brand to recommend to newbies would be probably Milani. I mean, I have two right here, so, and they're drugstore. That way, if you wanted to start out low, I would say Milani. Go pick out some Milani. What is your most enjoyable or fun makeup item to use? Highlighter and eyeshadow. Like, do I have to just pick one? Oh my goodness, like this is too hard. Does it say just one? No, yeah, it says most enjoyable. Eyeshadow palettes. Okay, I'll narrow it down to eyeshadow palettes if I have to. Okay, so yes, eyeshadow palettes, because that's where all my creativity comes in, is my eyeshadow palettes. When I sit down to do my makeup, I love to go, which palette do I want to play with today? And what colors do I want to come up with? And what kind of combination do I want to do? I just love that. Okay. And then, let's see here. What is your favorite behind the scenes item? Behind the scenes. Okay. I don't do my brows on video, so maybe that's what they're talking about. This is my favorite behind the scenes It's a Urban Decay brow box. And because I like real natural, I don't like, Instagram brows. And it has two different types of shades. And then it has like this paste that helps hold them down. I only use that whenever they're being unruly. But it comes with these little tools. It comes with a little spoolie, a little brush, and some tweezers down in there. I don't ever use this. I just use like a regular brush and spoolie. But I never show that on camera that often, so that would be my behind the scenes item. What you could tell a person just starting out with makeup, anything, what would it be? Have fun. Have fun with it, because the minute it becomes a chore, what are you doing it for? Like, makeup is to be creative, and my biggest thing would be just do it. If you see a picture of something and you're like, wow, that's pretty, but that will never look good on me. No, stop yourself from thinking that. You try it on yourself first and see if you don't like it on you first. Because guess what? The wonderful thing about makeup is that it is removable. You just take a makeup wipe and you go, okay. You don't have to go out of your house looking like that. You can do it right in front of your mirror, and you can figure out what you like and what you don't like. So just do it. Just play around. Use it as a creative outlet to be able to do things. You know, you may put something together and you're like, ooh, I look like a clown. But that's okay. Like, nobody has to see you. Just use a makeup wipe, take it off, and put on something else that you like. But don't just think that none of that looks good on you. Try it out. You have to try it out. So instead of just doing 2 people, because that narrows down the fact that maybe somebody won't have time to do it, I want to make sure that this tag continues on. And so I'm going to pick several people that I think that have been doing makeup for a while that would be able to answer some of these questions. And so I want to tag Glamburger, Danielle Gertzenberger, Anya Stamper, Pink Sweets, Tattooed Mama, Stacy with Flawed and Fabulous, and Clara Barrera. You guys are all tagged in this tag. I'd love to hear what your answers are, and I can't wait to hear what you guys come up with. Also, I will copy and paste all this stuff down into the description box. So if I didn't call your name and you want to do this tag, feel free to do it. Just let me know that you do it, and I will make sure to watch it. And so I hope that you guys all enjoyed this tag today, and I hope that you guys all have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye.